I'm fed up with all the reels that talk about Nikon and Sony and comparison between them. And I feel the photographers that use Sony, they are a bit entitled for something they don't deserve. So this video is specific for the people that use Sony. Next time when you look at someone using Canon or Nikon or Leica, you respect them. And for that reason, I'm gonna tell you the story of these cameras. Our story starts in Germany in 1914. An engineer called Oskar Barnack had a problem. He loved hiking, but the camera of these days were huge, wooden boxes and tripod. So he took 35mm cinema film and built a tiny camera around it. He called it the URL Leica. Ugly, experimental, and would change everything. By 1925, the Leica went on sale. For the first time, photography could leave the studio. It could walk on the street, ride in a pocket. Street photography was born. Photojournalism was born. German became the king of camera. But across the world in Japan, a different story will start. In 1917, three small optical companies merged together. They called themselves Nikon Kaguku Japan Optics. They made binocular and periscope. Not a camera, but they are watching, learning, waiting. That company would one day become Nikon. The Japanese are smart. They check Leica, they check Rolleiflex, and amazing engineering. They start copying, but not just copying, they are learning. In 1934, a young engineer named Guru Yoshida got his hand on a Leica. Instead of admiring it, he took it apart. Screw by screw, what he found surprised him. Not a German magic, just engineering. And precise engineering could be learned. He built his own camera from scratch, call it the Kwannon of the Buddhist goddess of mercy. Around this time, the Japanese government realized all the photographic film come from America and Germany. If war come, they have no film. So they order a domestic film company. They name it Fujifilm, after the mountain Fuji. Only film for now. But they were building something bigger. Then came World War II. In Sweden, a neutral country, the military shut down a German spy plane and recovered an aerial camera. They asked a young photographer named Victor Hasselblad if he could copy it. I looked at it and said, no, but I can make better one. After the war, he turned into a civilian camera. Decade later, NASA would send an Hasselblad to the moon. Meanwhile, in America, a scientist named Edwin Land was making sunglasses. In 1948, he demonstrated something impossible. A camera that produced finished photograph in 60 seconds. Polaroid instant was born. Magic was born. No more darkroom, no more waiting. In 1950 and the 60s became the golden age for film. The Japan brand, Canon, Nikon, and Minolta. Olympus started releasing SLR. Leica survived by becoming a luxury brand. Rolleiflex held on, but Exacta died. After the World War II, cut from the West technology, stuck with the communion system, she cannot innovate. They died. Technology was too old. In 1980, a little Japanese company that started fixing radio in Tokyo unveiled something strange, an electronic camera that saved images on a floppy disk. No film, just files. The 90s brought digital camera. At first, expensive, low quality, but they got better every year. The camera companies faced a terrible choice. Invest billions in digital and risk killing their own film business, or ignore it and hope it was a fate. Some adapt, some denied, and some died. Polaroid believed people would always want physical instant photo. They were wrong. By 2001, they filed for bankruptcy. The magic was gone. Minolta, one of the greatest inventors in photography, they created the first autofocus system, couldn't afford the digital transition. In 2006, they quit the camera business. But here's the twist. Sony bought them. Sony took Minolta engineering, Minolta lenses, and combined them with their own electronics. The radio repair shop became a camera giant. Rolleiflex fell in 2015. They never made it to digitally. Olympus, which started making microscopes in 1919, sold the camera division in 2020. Killed not by digital, but by smartphone. When everyone got a camera in his pocket, the market for small camera collapsed. So who survived? Leica became a luxury icon. Hasselblad now belonged to Chinese drone company. Fujifilm did what Polaroid refused. They adapt. They made excellent digital camera and launched Instax, a new instant film system that young people love. Canon and Nikon survived through sheer dominance. The wide gold lens were everywhere. At every Olympic, every World Cup. When digital come, they invested billions to hold the ground. And Sony is now one of the best company. They sell even sensor for other company. When mirrorless has been released, Sony went up. So being the first in camera world doesn't mean survival. Being the best doesn't guarantee survival too. What matters is adaptation. When digital flood came, only the question mattered. Did you learn to surf or did you drown?